Hey, Tim, I got two quick ones for you. Well, I guess it depends on how long you answer them. The first one, just morale in the locker room. Josie talked about next man up. What exactly, how do you go about doing that when you lose your best receiver, at least at this point?
It's hard to focus on what you're saying with your kid in the
I
background.
know he's helping with the lighting. I apologize.
uh, when we drafted all those guys, we felt like we had one of the most talented receiving cores, like from top to bottom in the league. So with Cortland going down, it truly is that next man up mentality. Jeudy's gonna get more targets. Deshaun's gonna get more targets. KJ's gonna get more targets. Tyree's gonna probably get more involved, and of course I'm gonna get more targets. And we talked about it all camp that we have one of the best receiver corps. So like we're prepared for this. It sucks you have to go down, but like Jeudy said, it's next man up.
And then, can you draw on any experiences talking to Emmanuel, talking to DT when you were coming in as a young guy on practice squad and then getting on the field and relay those experiences? Now a wily vet.
Yeah, definitely. My first year here, we had Emmanuel, DT, and Cortland. Those are our starters, and I never knew when I was gonna get my opportunity. And it like from the first game to when those guys were gone, it was literally kind of like I didn't go into the game at receiver until literally the last drive of the game. And that's what something my mindset was just to always stay prepared. And I feel like that's the type of mindset we have in our receiving room. So I feel like everybody's going to be well prepared and ready to go.
Nick Copeland, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. Tim, your impression, you mentioned the two rookies. 2 games in now, 1 for KJ, 2 for Jerry. What's just been your impression of those 2 guys here in the early going?
That we have some really good rookies. You guys see what Jeudy's been doing since camp started. Man, it's amazing at running routes. KJ stuck out on this game film. Physical, being our smallest receiver, was probably one of our most physical receivers this game, and making plays on a vet like Joe Hayden. You can't ask for much more from those guys. Those guys have been stepping up, and they're going to continue to step up.
Next up, Troy.
Tim, what is it that Jeff Driskel brings kind of in the huddle? What's he like, and what kind of adjustment it is for you guys offensively with him starting?
That's more of an answer for a coach to answer that question. But at the end of the day, we're just supposed to run the play they call and make a play on that.
What did you see from him last week when he came in that relief performance?
I think he did good. You got to think about it. He didn't get the past 2 weeks, he hasn't got any reps. And he came into the game and gave us a chance to win the game. And we was really just like one play away from winning that game. I know we say that a lot, but we literally were at the 15-yard line on 4th and 2, driving in the score, and we just didn't make that one play.
Next up, Zach Stevens.
Hey, Tim, how do you expect your role specifically to change with Cortland out now?
Honestly, I don't know. I kind of just try to prepare, and if the ball comes my way, make a play on it. I don't really like to think on things like that because that's thinking of ahead. I just plan on working hard, and then if my number's called, make the play and shit. Just make as many plays as I can to help my team win.
Next up, Mike Kliss.
And would you say your hands are better, you catch the ball better now than you did as a rookie, your first year in the league?
I wouldn't say my hands is better. I would say my focus, because most drops don't come just because your hand. It comes because you're worrying about things around you or you take off the ball. I think mentality-wise now, I don't really worry about all the other shit that's going on around me. I think my main focus these days is just catch the goddamn ball.
Well, I was wondering because, Jeudy had a couple drops, and it seems to me rookies, that's where I was going. Rookies sometimes have drops, and they learn how to catch the ball as their career goes on. What is it about early? Is it focus why they maybe struggle with catching the ball early?
I don't think he's struggling with catching it, but I do think it plays a part. It's first year in the league. He's still getting the feel of the different speed and how physical it is. And I just think it's just those things. You see the catch, like he made that catch after that hit where he hurt his ribs. Like he obviously has hand and he can obviously catch the ball. You just gotta focus in on the small things. So when you do have another chance like that, you catch every single time.
Guys, a reminder, please lower your hand if you no longer have a question. Next up, Jeff Legwold.
Tim, I kind of interested in your receiver eyes. What do you think when you watch Noah Fant run routes these days?
Noah is gifted. I said he's very gifted. To be that big with that speed and his strength is kind of insane, and it showed in the second half. Man, he gave us an opportunity to win the game with those multiple big catches he had in the second half. I think he's growing week in and week out, and he's continued to get better and better.
Next up, Kyle Newman.
Hey, Tim, what did your offseason look like in just terms of training and areas of focus as you're looking to take the next step here this year?
So offseason started, of course, the COVID, so I was doing a lot of in-house workouts, just band work and stuff like that. But when we kind of got to feel how everything was going to be handled, me, Deshaun, and Cortland all trained together. We trained in Miami together, and then we went to Atlanta and trained together with this guy named Route King. And my focus going into the season was my get off and just being more technical in my routes. I get so used to being the tall receiver out there, so like I really didn't really try to get open that much. I don't know if that's the right way of saying it, because I knew I could use my size to use my body to get in front of them or just jump over them and catch the ball. And I just wanted to be more technical this year, where I didn't always have to rely on my size. I could rely on my feet by just creating separation with a good-ass route. Sorry for cussing. Apologize.
Next up, Mark Kisla.
No problem on the cussing, man. I want to expand on something you said when you did cuss. You talked about catching the ball.
Yeah.
How about making it in this league? Something you fought really hard to do, and tuning out the noise and not listening to the doubters and everything that goes into being successful in this league beyond just your natural ability to catch the ball. How important is that, and how important has it been to you?
It's huge. I feel like one of the biggest things I can understand when I'm not as good at something, so I need to work on it, and just being honest with myself. And one of the things I always try to tell myself to exceed expectations, because everybody always has expectations for you. It's your job to exceed it so you could keep going up and up the ladder. And that's something I try to do every single year. And it's working so far, because I've been on this team for almost 3 years now. And like I just want to get better and better, because my expectations are 100% higher than what anybody has on me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Exceed expectation. That's the biggest thing.
Thanks.
Time for a few more. Next up, Nick Kosmatter.
You mentioned a little bit earlier being one play away, being a 4th and 2 on the 15-yard line. You know, obviously you guys have lost 2 games now by 5 points or less. That was a theme early in the 2019 season, just a possession here, a possession there. Is there a mental kind of hurdle that comes with overcoming some of these things to just kind of understand mentally that you guys are going to prevail in those sort of situations? Is there any kind of psychological component to that?
Yeah, it's all mental. Like when I talk to kids and stuff, like football never changes. You played this game your whole life, it doesn't really change. I just feel like it gets mentally harder at each level you're at. And that's just one of those hurdles that we just need to get over. Like, we're right there in every single game, man. Honestly, I'm tired of saying it. I think we just got to go in the mentality to, like, say, we're going to win this next game, and no close game. Like, no matter how it happens, we just need to win.
Last one, Brandon.
Yeah, I appreciate that you're so comfortable with us, Tim, that you're just talking to us like normal people. I don't want to ask for you, because I think I bumped into you before the season started and noticed that you'd cut your hair. So, again, can you maybe, for people that don't know, let us know how much weight you've lost and if it's really made a difference, like cutting all that hair out. Do you feel faster out there? You talked about working on your get-up, but have you noticed it?
I definitely noticed it. I definitely was the hair probably didn't play a part. I want to get more cut up this season. I played at 220 last year. It felt good at first, but once the season goes on and on, you can't keep all that muscle and some of it to fat. So I want to cut some weight in that aspect for the long season, just to be lighter. And what was the other part you asked? I forgot.
Well, no, just do you feel lighter with a lot less hair?
Oh.
Have you noticed it?
Yeah, I have.
And how much was it? Because I couldn't tell if you were joking or not when you told me how much your hair actually weighed.
I don't know how much it actually weighed, but my hair was like to my shoulders. So, and it was pretty thick. It was just something that I didn't feel like keeping up with, and I felt like it played a part, and I just wanted to have a cleaner look.